Guests whispered in excitement, champagne glasses clinking as the orchestra played the final notes of the bridal march. Everyone thought this was a typical fairy tale wedding, but no one knew the storm brewing just outside the doors. At the center of it all stood Emily, in a flowing ivory gown, hands trembling as her heart pounded. Her groom, a handsome but arrogant businessman, smiled at the crowd, completely unaware of the turmoil in her soul. Suddenly, the double doors burst open. Gasps echoed through the hall as a tall figure strode in. It was David Hamilton, the CEO of one of the country's largest companies. He wasn't just anyone, he was a man known for his sharp mind, kindness behind closed doors, and the rare ability to see through a person's mask. Today, however, he was not here for business. He came for her. Emily froze, staring at him as he made his way past shocked guests. The groom's smile faltered, his confident demeanor cracking. "David, what are you doing here?" he demanded, but Emily barely heard him. Her eyes locked on the man who had unknowingly become the center of her life. Memories flooded back. Long nights he had stayed to listen to her dreams, the times he had lifted her spirits when life had beaten her down, and the moments of silent understanding that neither words nor actions could fully explain. She could feel the tears burning in her eyes, and her lips trembled as the ceremony continued around her. Then, with a voice barely above a whisper but filled with desperation, she ran toward him. "Please, I need you," she sobbed, the words echoing through the hall like a confession she could no longer hide. The audience was frozen, unsure if this was a scene from a movie or reality itself. David's gaze softened, his usually composed face reflecting a storm of emotions, surprise, concern, and an undeniable pull toward the woman before him. He extended his hand, hesitated, then gently held hers. At that moment, Emily realized that her heart had made its choice long before her mind could. If you're moved by this true story of courage and heart, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing tales of kindness and love. After the wedding chaos, Emily and David retreated to a quiet corner of the estate's garden. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, mirroring the tumultuous emotions in Emily's heart. She sank onto a bench, sobs racking her body. David sat beside her, offering silent comfort, his presence more grounding than any words could be. "I can't do it, David," she finally whispered, clutching a handkerchief. "I can't marry him. I've tried convincing myself it's right, but every smile he gives feels hollow, every touch feels wrong. And then, there's you." Her voice broke. "I can't stop thinking about you, even when I try." David listened, his usual businesslike composure replaced with quiet empathy. "Emily, you don't have to explain. I've always known, even if you didn't. Your heart, it's been telling you the truth all along." She looked at him, tears shining in her eyes. "But you're a single dad. Your life is complicated. I don't want to make things harder for you." David chuckled softly, a warmth that made Emily's heart flutter. "My life may be complicated, but it's nothing compared to pretending to be happy when I'm not. Life is too short for what ifs and regrets. And as for complications, we'll face them together. That's what matters." For the first time in months, Emily felt her weight lift. She realized that her wedding had been a cage, a place where societal expectations had trapped her. David represented freedom, honesty, and a love that was real. As they talked through the garden, sharing past fears, hopes, and dreams, a new understanding blossomed. The connection between them was undeniable, a magnetic pull neither could resist. She realized that love wasn't about perfection, it was about truth, trust, and the courage to face the world together. By the time they returned to the hall, the wedding guests were still in stunned silence, whispers of disbelief floating through the air. Emily took a deep breath, her gaze never leaving David's. She knew that life with him wouldn't be easy, but she also knew that this was the love she had been waiting for. The next morning, Emily sat at David's kitchen table, watching his son, little Max, build towers with colorful blocks. She smiled, realizing how naturally she had fallen into their lives. This was more than love, it was family, laughter, and the kind of warmth she had never known. David entered the room, coffee in hand, and sat beside her. "You know," he said gently, "this isn't just about us. It's about creating a home where kindness, trust, and love are the foundation. That's how Max and I live every day, and now, we're ready to share it with you." Emily's eyes filled with tears, but this time, they were tears of joy. "I was so scared yesterday," she admitted. "But I've never felt more certain about anything in my life. You and Max, You've shown me what love really is. And I want to be part of this, part of you, your family, everything. David smiled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. Then let's start this new chapter together. No pretenses, no fear, just honesty, laughter, and love. As Emily leaned into him, feeling the warmth of his embrace, she realized that the wedding that was supposed to define her life had only shown her what it wasn't. And in doing so, it led her straight to the love she had always deserved. The camera would pan out on their laughter, the golden morning light bathing them in hope, capturing a moment that was raw, real, and full of heart. This wasn't just a story of love, it was a story of courage, honesty, and the kind of kindness that changes lives forever. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more true tales of kindness that inspire, move, and remind us of the power of love.